Hi, I'm Shelley and this is my vlog, The Willow Tree Green. I'm coming on to give you a bit of a progress update on my Fancy Lad quilt. As you can see, I've finished Elizabeth and I'll talk about that in a minute. I've also had a nice delivery of fabric from Guthrie Ghani, so I thought I'd go through that as well and just update you on where I am with Darcy, which is not very far. So where should we start? Might as well start with Lizzie. I've put her on my mannequin here so you can get an idea for the size of the panel. I did add strips down the bottom and also the strip at the bottom and then the strips down the sides. It doesn't tell you to do that in the pattern. As you can see, there's the finished block on the front there. It just looked less finished to me, so I've just put a border all the way around the outside, and now I'm working on Darcy. As I mentioned in last week's vlog, they come as a pair, so this is what Darcy will look like eventually. Although I am obviously picking different fabrics, what I'm hoping to do is, I did realise I didn't have enough fabric as much as I thought, because I was literally using my scraps that I've used from a quilt that I made recently. But I'm hoping I've got enough of this to at least do the collar piece there on his jacket, so they're sort of matching. And then I've picked out some sort of other greens and things which I'm hoping, and blues, which will, so that they'll sort of match. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it afterwards. It is, what did it work out to? I did measure it a minute ago. It worked out to, I think, 28 inches long. So it's 28 inches that way, and I'm trying to get my stuck under that box, and it is just under 13 inches wide. So I put 2-inch borders all the way around it to match what was on the top. So it's going to be, it's 13 by 28, so it'll be double that, which I think would be a fairly decent. I don't know if I want to put quilt lines over it. That's the only thing. I know you can do the stitch in the ditch as well. I'm not sure how secure that holds something, because if you do a stitch in the ditch, and obviously with quilting you tend to fold the quilt lines in a certain direction, so it wouldn't necessarily hold it in place. But I don't know, I need to think about that. The one thing that's bugging me the most is her gloves, I think. What I would love to do, which I don't really know how to do, is to applique like a bunch of flowers or something. I've never really done it. Or embroider, again, never really done it, so I don't want to ruin it. And also her face, I didn't do the stitch and flip very well, so you can see from this picture here her face is much more rounded, and she's got much more square face here because my little side pieces didn't work out quite as well. But it was really fun to do. It's very fiddly, and we're working with sort of 1x1 squares a lot of the time. It isn't English paper piecing. I think a lot of people, when they see it initially, they think that's what it's going to be. It's not. It's traditional quilting, so you take the pieces and put them together. I've never done EPP, so it works. It's fine for me. It is a challenge for someone who's not very accurate, but I mean, there you can see there's the instructions for doing the face. So you can see it's individual little pieces, but I'm quite enjoying it, and I'm actually cutting each piece as I go rather than cutting the whole lot out. It does at the very start of this pattern book. Holding too many things now. At the start of the pattern book, if I can get to the right page, it does give you all of the pieces that you need to cut out to make it, but I didn't want to do that. If I end up with loads of little 1x1 squares sitting around, I prefer to do it as I go, because otherwise if I do all the cutting at once and then all the sewing at once, I'll inevitably get bored. So I decided that I was going to do it as I go, and I'm enjoying that, to be honest. So yeah, so I think she looks great with the little shoes down there. And like I said, because I didn't plan my fabrics, I didn't have enough of the blue to do the whole dress down to here, which is what you're meant to do. But I think it looks okay with that there. I prefer to have found a way to soften that line, maybe, but I think it looks okay. I think it looks really pretty. And I will make it again. I mean, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to make a few. If I make a blonde one, rather, because you can buy, she does have patterns for like Jane and all of the other characters basically from Pride and Prejudice. If you wanted to, you could get the whole set, including Pemberley Manor. But if I just gave her blonde hair and a different colour dress, she would look like Jane. And again, with Darcy, I could just give him blonde hair. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But I'm really enjoying making them at the moment. So I was very happy with how she turned out. And Mr. Darcy, so I'm on basically still, I think I'm on page 2 of the instructions. So I've just finished most of the face, and I was very lucky that I'm actually on page 5, so I've just finished the bottom of there. So I've got his face, and again, there's a slight difference here. On the picture of him, it's more of a, it's less down by his eye, but this one looks like he's got his fringes sitting in his eye. But I literally had scraps left of the skin color, and luckily he's not showing his hands. His hands are behind his back. Otherwise, yeah, I would have struggled with that. But yeah, so that's going to be there like that. So it's about the same size. I'm really enjoying that. I definitely recommend Fancy Lad, Quilt Company's quilt blocks. But like I said, it's not English paper piecing. It is traditional quilting. So there's that to bear in mind. So on to my delivery. So Guthrie Ghani, I saw that they didn't have a sale on, but I like going on to their website to look at their remnants mostly because I would consider them a higher end fabric shop in the UK. They tend to have a lot more of the more expensive fabrics that I enjoy looking at, but I don't really feel like I could afford. So I saw this curated bundle. Unfortunately, the listing has gone off the website now, so I'm pretty sure they only had a few or 1 or 2 of these. And it is like a remnant bundle, and so I don't know the volume of the stuff that is in here. A couple of the pieces, I'm pretty sure, said sort of 1.1 to 1.5 ish. So, but generally they're sort of smaller size pieces. Anyway, I went for the geometric. So I think it was geometric bundle, and it comes really beautifully packaged in a box like this with the tissue paper, and inside it just looks really aesthetically pleasing. Those are my fabrics, and so the first one we've got, they're woven, so it was a woven fabric bundle. So this is Rachel Parker for Dashwood Studios Party Spot, and it feels like a viscose. Very nice. It's got a dark navy blue, sort of royal blue background there with all of the confetti looking dots in all these different colours. And it looks like there's a fair bit there. So it's in half. I'd say that I've got well over a metre there of that one. I need to overlock the edges because they are fraying a bit before I wash them. So that was the first one. I'm kind of sad to mess up this nicely put together box. The second one is what's on the selvage. Oh, it's got Guthrie Ghani's name on it, so it must be for them. Yeah, an exclusive. So this is again Rachel Parker Bauhaus Jigsaw, exclusive for Guthrie Ghani, and it again feels like a viscose, but it's got a crepe texture. I don't know if you can see that. I do like this one very much. Less on this one. It's about half the. It's quite wide, but it seems to be half the length of the other one. But still plenty for, I don't know what. I need to do a plans video, don't I? Figure out what I'm going to make with this. It's lovely, so soft. Got a very big selvage though, which is a shame because I always feel like you lose quite a bit of fabric by having a massive selvage. But I have been thinking of making a bookshelf quilt, and what I've done on one of the testers that I made is I used the selvage pieces like that as the book names, and I think that looks really good, so I will be able to use it for that. Yes, this is a teal coloured background with these Bauhaus fabric shapes on. Really like that one. Love the colour. Very nice. So next we've got, this one feels a bit thicker, more like a twill. Again, it's a geometric shapes. It's not quite black and white, it's black and grey. You can see that. And it's big, bold. This actually it definitely feels like a twill. It's a much thicker cotton. So it'd be good for a bottom weight for trousers or something, although I can't imagine me wearing trousers in this. So there's less than a metre of this one. Oh, it's got stretch. I've just realised it's got quite a bit of stretch in that. So I'll need to think about this one. I think there's probably enough there to make a skirt, which would be interesting. Yeah, that would make a nice skirt. It's whether or not I've got enough width. It's long enough. I'm only 4'10", as I've mentioned multiple times. So I can get away with a shorter piece of fabric. What's it got on? So this is Rosella Stretch Pomme fabric, Europe. So pomme being apple in French, I think. So yeah, I really like that. So it's kind of a silvery grey blue with black. I think that's, no, it's navy blue actually. It's not black, navy blue. That's really nice. Yeah, so the reason why I get these sorts of things and the remnants is because I feel better buying a remnant piece which I can still use, and then I don't feel like I'm spending an extortionate amount on fabric. And finally we have this, again it's navy blue with lighter blue, sort of circular shapes in it. It feels like there's quite a bit here. This is definitely a viscose. What's on the selvage? So we've got fabrics for your creativity. I never know what brand that is. Doesn't say the pattern name. Got a bit of staining on the selvage there. So yeah, there's quite a bit here. Definitely over a metre. So this is the bigger piece, I think. It's more like 1.5 meters maybe here. So I could probably make a dress out of that. Just trying to imagine what sort of dress. But yeah, that's it. It feels more like a cotton, more cotton than viscose. So, whereas the first one I picked up was much softer. I don't know what the composition of this one is, but very nice. I think it is a viscose. It's a woven of some description, obviously. So yeah, so that was my little fabric haul. It did take a while to come, but I ordered this on the Friday before Black Friday week, and it took a week and a day to arrive, basically. So I know I actually ordered it on the Saturday, and it arrived today, which is Monday. So it took a fair while to get here, and now I need to wash it all and overlock it all and get it out ready to make something with. I just don't know what to make. So anyway, that's it. A quick update from me. As you can see, I am wearing the outfit that I made in my last vlog, because I really wanted to wear it, which is why I made it so quickly. Loving this cardigan. I can see I'm going to wear this a lot. I'm hoping that my terrible job of just literally turning it over and sewing it down is going to be enough to protect it when it gets washed, but hopefully, fingers crossed. That's it from me. Nothing else to really update on. When I finished Darcy and put it all together into whatever it's going to be, I'll update again. But loving making this, so it's really good fun. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have enjoyed this vlog, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe if you're not already, and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Bye.